In case of head collisions, what do you do?
Okay, so, well, first of all, it starts with making sure that our coaches and everybody that's around are trained to know what it looks like. So at the beginning of the season, we make sure that all of our volunteers take the head case training, which is online, and safeguarding training. So that's a must for all our volunteers. So then that brings us to the 4 Rs. We've got a team of people around, as well as the parents, who can recognise the signs of concussion. We remove them from play, and so then we give them a chance to recover. We ask the parents to get the child checked out. We send out information about what to look out for and complete documentation, so we've got it all written down. It's like for our first aid. And then it's with basically the steps to recovery before they can return to non-contact, contact or matches. So there's a specific roadmap to kind of follow for those cases.
So the rugby started under 6s and 7s for us, and it's very much tag rugby at that age. 6s, 7s, 8s is all tag rugby. So you've got 2 tags, and it's smaller pitches. There's only 4 aside, so the chances of kids bumping into each other or too many getting involved is very small. And as then the kids grow, the pitches and the numbers on the pitches get bigger and bigger. But it is all just grabbing a tag. You hold your tag up. I've got the tag. It's given back, and then we start to play again. So we're under 9s, the kids start tackling, so that's whatever year group now, year 2 in school. So, but what we teach them to do first is very important, is how to fall, is not how to tackle, because you need to learn how to fall, and we call it the parachute fall, which consists of knees, hip, shoulder. So Noah and Jack, give yourselves a bit of room. There you go, and show us a parachute fall.
So knees, hip, shoulders.
Yeah. So that's how we want them to fall. We don't want them to just fall straight back or fall straight on the head or not. They need to learn to impact themselves onto the floor. So now we'll move on to how we start our first tackle. Then we get this lad who's going to be the tackler on his knees, and he comes in, and if you just keep your arms nowhere, don't tackle him yet, and we get our head a little bit higher because we want cheek to cheek. Head a little bit higher. Lift your body up, there you go. And then Jack's going to do his parachute fall as Noah tackles him. So then we build on each step from there. So we go from on his knees, and then we get them walking into each other slowly, and it's just a constant build up from there. Benefits for the kids are huge playing rugby. Not only is it a sport that can take any kid, doesn't matter how big, small you are, whether you're fast, whether you're quick, there's a position for anyone across the field. Also, we base a lot of our stuff on socialising, so after games there's always, you come into the clubhouse, there's a hot dog, you sit around with your teammates, you chat, you have a laugh. It's not just you play the game, you go home, you train, you go home. We build a lot around socialising as well.
Yeah, it's a community,
it's
isn't it?
It's a community game, it's not just about the 80 minutes on the pitch. But it's a sport for any kid. Yeah,
self-esteem, being outside, I just say it's very much a team sport. It's not about whether you score the tries, it's about how hard you work for each other, and that's the ethos of rugby and our club. I think we're all in the same boat, to be honest. I think with what's coming out at the moment is new to everybody, isn't it? It's not something that's really come to light until now. So I think parents, they are given information, aren't they? They're sent out information.
Yeah, we send perhaps all the same information that we give our coaches and any volunteers. The parents get the same information sent out. So it really is, we're trying to make sure that parents are fully aware of concussion and of the sort of dangers, but then within it we're now a lot more prepared. Like Dee said before, the kids are removed from the game until they've been checked if there is a case of concussion, rather than when I was a kid, you got a whack on the head, it was like, you'll be alright in a minute, crack on.
And I think as well there's more of an emphasis for us as a club on training. So anybody who's new starting at the club, they need to do a certain amount of training. First of all, we need to see evidence that they can tackle safely and that we are comfortable and confident to put them in the game situation. So I think for us it's made us have light bulb moments where we think we need to do more at making sure that we know that these children are ready to go and tackle, because they can tackle safely, because that's what it's all about. So it's reducing the risk, and that's all we can do. And that's, you know, that's discussions that happen with parents. You know, we want them to carry on training, and we don't want to put them in a position where they're not safe. So I think we're at the beginning of a journey that's, you know, we're going to keep trying to get better. We're going to try and keep making sure that the children are ready, and that parents are aware, and encourage as much as possible, you know, to wear the protective padding underneath, to wear head guards, to wear mouth guards, and kind of go from there, really.